Hey, witches.
Hi, hello, and welcome back to another episode of The Witch and the Tsar. We just finished part one of the book, and a lot happened. I wouldn't say like juicy, a lot happened. It was more the plot is thickening and like there's a lot more people at play than we like originally realized. And so,
Yeah, this first, at the beginning of chapter 16, I literally just wrote, what the fuck is happening? And then I wrote, so Russian folklore is next?
yes, I honestly think
Because,
that would have helped us tremendously
yeah,
in
because we're meeting so many new characters, and I keep looking it up, and they are actual figures in Russian. I don't want to say
folklore, yeah.
mythology. I don't want to be disrespectful, but you know what I mean? Like in Russian
Yeah,
culture.
folklore, yeah.
Yeah, folklore, culture, whatever you want to call it. Um, and it's so interesting. So what is I'm not even gonna what's this lady's name?
Uh, which one? The
Is it is it Dusha? Or is it Dusha?
it's Dasha.
Okay.
It's Dasha. I am gonna look this up though because just to make sure. Nope, it's Dusha.
Is it Dusha? That's how I would have
Well, hold on. See, this is the problem that I get when like Russian words are spelled out in like
the American
the
alphabet.
yeah, like the Latin alphabet, basically, like the modern day alphabet, because it's like the Y and the U are basically the same letter. And then there's other letters that have like different combinations of it. And
Because
phonetically, yeah,
isn't there
you're right.
a weird Y in the Russian writing? Like there's a weird
It's a
shaped
W.
Y.
Well, there's two of them. Yes, there is a weird shaped Y. It's like an uppercase Y, but it looks like an upside down
Yeah.
H.
Yeah.
And that's the ch, like the CH sound. And then they have a W, which is the sh sound, and then they have a W with like a tail, and it's the sh. It's literally SHCH. It's like a long sh. And it's like, what the fuck? Well, see, okay, so the way this Dusha is spelled is D um it's their version of a D. It looks like a house with like legs on it. It just looks
Oh.
like a square with legs on it. And then it's the U, and then it's the W, and then it's an A. But it's
Okay.
Dusha.
Okay. So Dusha
Dusha.
is like a mentor kind of to Yaga. Well, she becomes one.
Yeah. She's kind of a peach.
Yeah,
Shorthand.
she's very much like a grouchy old lady who
Mm-hmm.
teaches lessons in roundabout ways. I'm trying to think of like a pop culture reference that would be similar.
Honestly, I think it would be similar to like the Karate Kid. Wax on,
Yeah,
wax off
yeah,
kind of thing. Also she teaches you very like inner body kind of stuff. So
yeah.
like your soul. And that's so cool because her name literally means soul.
Oh, that is cool.
So Dusha means soul in Russian. So it's like she teaches you like all about like your inner self and how to listen and hear and be one and use that energy,
Yeah, and
which
she's teaching her how to enter the other world so she could try to
mhm,
find her
mhm.
mom. And that's what made me say, um, okay, so Russian folklore is next, right? Because
Yeah.
I was like, what's happening? Um, but honestly, this this feels dangerous. Her trying to access the other world and travel
Yeah.
there to find her
And
mother, it just feels dangerous.
And not only that, like, she's trying to speak to the other gods.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
and it's like, there's a
I'm
reason why
gonna
they're not
guess. Is it Kupalo? Kupalo?
hold on, I gotta look at it. Tell me a page.
143 in the very beginning of the very last, um, paragraph.
Yeah, Kupalo.
Kupalo. So this is the deity she's trying to reach to get information, basically?
Yeah. So Dusha, like tells her that you need to not pray harder, but like worship harder. So you need to like prove to them that you care and that you are trying to find them.
Yeah.
Um, so it's she has to do certain like things on his like holiday on the day of him. She gets specific for like forages specific types of goods for him that mean him for harvest or whatever. And if she doesn't reach him, then she got to go around again and do it like
Yeah.
next time, next year.
Which is basically what she is gonna have to do.
Hmm.
So, she's just waiting. That's the end of chapter 16. She's just waiting.
Yeah,
Um,
because they were past summer now. They were too close to winter, and all they could do was wait.
yeah. In chapter 17, we find out who the raven is.
Hmm.
Who-
Yeah,
Not
fucker.
who it belongs to, because we already know that, but we find out who it is. And it's
Hmm.
very much giving Maleficent and what's his face? His
Oh,
name just went out of my
Diablo.
head. Yeah, Diablo.
Diablo.
Very much giving Maleficent and Diablo.
Yeah. Um. So we don't know how much time later, but like obviously, if it's too close to winter, but it's past summer solstice, then it's probably like a year later. Because there's like a big time jump between the start of like
Yeah.
the end of part two and to like kind of where we're at now.
Yes.
Or like kind of where we're gonna end this episode on. Um, so it's basically they planned another ritual for Kupalo's summer solstice, specifically with like the strictest of cares. So it's exactly how they would have been done in the ancient Slavic times, not necessarily the modern times with like the modern gods or god, I should say. Um,
Speaking of that, sorry, this just popped into my head because I was thinking it the other day. I didn't write anything about it, but and this is going to make I'm going to preface this by saying I'm an ignorant American who doesn't know a lot about geography. Is like Norway close to Russia?
kind of. So you have
So like
like
the world tree and like
I
Yggdrasil.
that's what I'm saying. It's so similar. It is so fucking similar. The ravens, the world tree, the like in
Yeah.
between, the like it's not necessarily they preface that there's three worlds, the underworld, the middle ground, the earth, and then heaven where all the gods are.
Yeah.
But then there's other places like Koshi's from a whole other place, like a whole other realm.
Yeah.
So it is very Norway-esque, but I mean they're close. So like Norway, Finland, you have like Norway, Finland, Sweden all in like the kind of the same area. And then you have Russia bordering Finland.
Okay. So it could
So
be.
it's
Could be
similar.
descended from the same like ancient stories.
Yeah. Um in technic I don't know if Scandinavia area and that would be considered Slavic. Technically
I have no
German's
idea.
considered Slavic, which is weird.
Right. I have no idea. Like I said,
I'll
ignorant
quickly
American with no
I'll
idea
quickly
about
Google that.
geography.
I'll quickly Google it real quick.
I know they're over there on that continent or those continents because that's not even the same. Technically, Russia is in Asia, right?
Both.
No, both. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in both. So Slavic countries are Montenegro, Russia, Macedonia, Poland, Croatia, Belarus, Czech Republic, Slovenia, Bulgaria, Slovakia, Ukraine, Serbia, and Bosnia, and Herzegovina. You have the East Slavic, which is Ukraine, Belarus, and Russia. The West Slavic is like Poland, Czech Republic, and all that. And then the southern one is like Croatia, Serbia, all of that, Bulgaria. Okay, so what? I guess what are
Ugh.
Scandinavian countries? Actually, if I say are Scandinavian countries um Slavic, it'll actually tell me. They're Germanic.
Germanic. Okay.
They are Proto-Norse Germanic tribes and speak North Germanic languages. They are strongly tied to the Viking Age and the predominant Lutheran Protestantism.
Okay. And there's just some parallels, but then again, there are also parallels between like,
Greeks,
yeah,
Christianity,
and
um,
Egyptian, like,
like there's parallels between like the not necessarily like the one God sort of thing, but like creation stories,
yeah,
how to get into like the afterlife, what leads to the underworld, that kind of thing, and a lot of
yeah.
they do share a common Indo-European ancestor. So genetic studies and language comparisons confirm they are separate branches but similar.
Okay. So, I mean, maybe.
The more you know.
Um, yeah. So then, so she does this thing and she sees like a vision in this pond or something. Um, of like people dying, basically, of soldiers, for lack of a better term, out here just murdering people. Um, and then she sees the ragged woman she had last seen, or she had seen in Nav on her last visit here. A raven fluttered onto a log, transforming into a man. Um, it was Koshi. Koshi is the fucking raven.
And it really makes me so mad because I was rooting for him.
I was too. I really wanted to
Although,
like Koshi.
hold up, hear me out. What if, what if he's like a secret spy for both sides?
Well, so I'm wondering, like, I don't know.
What if
It feels
What if it's like an Akatar thing where we have Rezand who's in under the mountain playing his part for the greater
right.
good, getting
That's
all
what
the
I was
intel,
thinking.
but saving his realm or his court? Maybe Koshi's doing the same thing.
Could be.
But it's wild that he was
Um,
like, once wasn't enough, Yaga. And it's like, hold up, bitch. Like, you're causing all of
yeah.
this. Like, you're the reason for this. You could have had it a long time ago. Like, except for you fucked
Yeah.
around and did this.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Wild. Wild shit.
Anyways, that was also, what is it? When did chapter 16 start? 1560. And this is October 1568.
Yeah.
So 8 years have passed since Yaga arrived in the taiga of Russia.
With Tusha. Yeah. And she's like, I don't know what all of this means, but I have a responsibility towards mortals and I need to go back to civilization, basically.
Yeah, I think she's not necessarily starting to see things, but she did have like a vision of some sort. She ended up essentially doing like a cold plunge kind of thing. She
Hmm.
went into the sauna or like the bathhouse. And it's a very warm location. Um, and was sitting there until it got to the point of she was getting lightheaded and like about to pass out. Um, and while she was doing this, she was trying to reach other realms. And she got to a realm, she saw a tree, and then she violently got pushed back. And that's when she came back into her body and then like realized she couldn't breathe. It was too hot and suffocating. So she ran out into um out of the bathhouse and got into the cold water and like basically cold plunged herself. And the water started churning and she got like a vision of some sort, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that basically brings us to chapter 18.
Yeah. So she gets a video, not a video,
A vision.
an ancient video, a vision from Kupalo, basically showing like what's happening in civilization, what's happening outside of the taiga, and that's what kind of brings her back.
Yeah.
Um, and that's why she's trying to help them because of that random ass vision that was shown to her. Um, so yeah, she's going south, away from the taiga, away from the isolation that she's been accustomed to. Um, and she's coming upon uh basically a place where it should be like a market overflowing with people and like goods and scents, but now she just smells burning wood, blood, stench. There's boats haphazardly like left out in the bay or the lake or whatever. Um, there was like a stream of red going down the streets. Um, so it's like a nightmare and fueled thing. Um, and she's obviously with Den, her horse, her
Her
basically
wolf.
her wolf. And she just kind of comes upon these people, these men. They're terrorizing the. She doesn't realize it yet, but like these are the men from her vision. And
Is it Oprichnina or Oprishnina?
hold on, you gotta show it to me. I gotta see it.
It's on page 152, kind of toward
Ep-
the bottom.
Uh, Oprichnina.
Oprichnina.
Yeah, because that would be the
Oprichnina.
weird upside down HU looking thing.
I like
Oprichnina.
just trying to figure out if I can
You're very
pronounce these things or
close.
not.
You're very close. But yeah, the CH, they don't, if it's an SH, it'll be SH. So the CH will
Okay.
always be a ch noise sound.
Okay. Yeah, but these guys are pieces of fucking shit.
Yeah.
Just,
Because the first words they say to her, like, because they heard her, um, and they saw her and they said, "Shall we take her, flay her alive, or cut her nice and slow?" Well, we should do all three. Um, and then it says, "Do you know what we do to the fair sex, Gaia?" And that's dear one. He says, "We fuck them hard, then herd them into the woods to hunt." I got flashbacks, okay? I got flashbacks from hunting Adeline, and I was like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I was like, that's
I was
terrifying. I
like,
can't.
bleh. Through all of this, though, Yaga is calling the
She like
animals to her.
spits in their face too. She's
She
like,
sure
the
fucking
gods are
does.
gonna fucking punish you.
Yeah.
Well,
And
it's funny because she says the gods will punish you, and then she said your god too, and I was like, you don't
mm-hmm.
even know. You don't even read the
Yes.
sacred text, and you fucking know he will.
Yes. She does find out though during this conversation while she's calling the animals and all of that that these are Ivan's men. Um, so
Yeah, because they
he's
even admitted that, like, Ivan would be here with us, but he's not.
yeah.
He partakes in
Um,
this.
and so then they're all dead.
And it's so funny because they dammed the areas to prevent flooding, which can be good, can be bad. It depends on like
Yeah,
what it's for. It could also go either way. So basically the animals, she called all these animals mice,
gophers.
cats,
What else did it say?
gophers, bears, all of these things to
Moles,
come
chipmunks.
yeah, to come destroy the dam. And they did, and she passes out because she gets cut. Um,
Yeah.
and so she's like, she has a graze on her neck, she's holding on to it, and all of a sudden she like passes out. And um the water is like everywhere over her. And she just feels like she's drowning. And basically, she wakes up on a raft, and Dan goes, "Don't worry, they built this raft for you before they scurried off, before like the waters could get too high up." And I was like, "This is the Cinderella moment I love."
Yes. It's yes.
But yeah, the animals escaped before the water had engulfed the village and had suffered less harm than she had. But they built the raft for her, and then they left. And the men are just in the water,
Yep.
drowned, dead.
Yep.
And now this
Um,
is also kind of where we hear about Ivan's new name, Ivan the Terrible.
yeah.
So technically, it's Ivan Grozny. So Grozny is like thunderous, dreadful, terrible, all of that. So that's how Ivan the Terrible came to be. So it was Ivan Grozny, essentially.
Yeah. And then they're like running around and she just happens to run into fucking Morozko.
Morozko, yeah. Which
Like
Morozko is,
the winter, right?
yeah, he's not, he's like the god of winter.
Yeah.
He's not Father
um,
Winter or like Father Christmas or whatever. He's different.
and he's giving her a warning to go back to the taiga.
Yeah, and leave them like
Yeah.
to,
And I think in his own way, he's trying to protect her.
yeah, like he wants what he can't have, but he
Mhm.
doesn't want to do it the way he's being forced to do it. We also
Yeah.
don't know why he's doing it.
And Morozko is also being forced to do whatever he's doing.
Yeah, like
Well,
he
yeah, we find out in
wants
this episode, I think, why they're doing
yeah,
this.
in the interlude.
Yeah. Oh, I think
Yeah.
next. We find out next.
Mhm. Yeah, cuz
um,
I think I wrote something on it. Yeah. So, it's very it
58.
sucks. Oh,
Oh
not
yeah.
this
So he
interlude.
says she is the lady of death. Um,
And that's Celica.
yeah. And I'm like, who the fuck is this bitch? It's not this interlude. You're right. It's the next one, I think, where
Mhm.
we find out why all this is happening. This one, um, I just wrote, oh yeah, Russian folklore is going to be
Well,
necessary.
yeah. So she was
This
told
is
to
the
call
other
him
gods.
Roz. Yeah. Morozka called him Rose, so he's supposed to be called like Rose or Roz. Um, he's like, last we heard you were dwelling in the taiga. You should go back there. And it's like, how do you know that?
I just had a whole moment. So there's this lady at the dog park and she has an accent and I don't know where she's from, but it could be Russian or like it's either like Russian or German, something. It's a harsher accent. Um and her dog's name is Roz, but it's spelled Roz. I wonder if she's Russian and if their dog is named after
Marushka?
yeah.
Maybe. Is it the dog white?
No, but it's a
Maybe it's
black
just
dog. It's like a
Roz.
lab. It could
Oh,
just be Roz, but it just made me
the
think of it. Anyway,
yeah.
proceed.
So let's see. Okay, so she starts asking. She goes, "Your warning is just patronizing enough to belong to Koshi Besmertny." Very well, I've been warned. Now tell me what do the Oprichniki really answer to the Tsar? And that's when he says, yes, they answer to the Tsar. Their very name Oprichniki means separated ones. And so she's like, separated from what? Together with the Tsar, but from Russia and her boyars. So they are his army, not Russia's army, but his army. They are
Yes.
Ivan's personal guards in a separate kingdom belonging to him within Russia called the Oprichnina. Ivan has complete autonomy there, no restrictions, not even from his boyars, only the land and army, not part of the Oprichnina. The Zemch. Oh, see, it's got an SHCH. It's that weird ass W with the tail. Zmentshina is still ruled by the Tsar along with the Boyar Council. So he rules over all of Russia, but there's a certain part of Russia that only Ivan rules outside of the Boyar Council. So the Boyar there's like some type of like balances that they can control to keep him from being murderous amongst everybody. Um, but in all the Russian lands, he can deal with any man to confiscate his property, send him into exile, execute him, no hearings, no interference. And um she was like confused. She didn't understand how it got to this point. So she questioned that. And apparently Ivan threatened to abdicate. And they were afraid because Ivan's part of the Rurik dynasty, which is not the um it's some big old ass family that's been in this place for 500 years. So they and here's the thing, when you are under like the same type of rule for so long, you get afraid to
Yeah.
change because
People
that's
don't like
all you've
change.
known. Well, that yeah, and that's all you've known. So like how do you know there could be something better? Nowadays with like modern media, it's easy to see what works in other countries and what doesn't work in other countries. So like you can easily like start changing shit like that. Not easily, but you can change
Yeah.
shit like that without, you know, too much backfiring. That could have happened back in this time of day. But basically, his family and his dynasty has been ruling over Russia for 500 years. So the only people who have seen it without that family, um, the what is it? The immortals have seen it with no Tsar, no dynasties, no Russia. It's like they saw it from the very beginning.
Right.
So the gods vanished and said bye and let everybody else fucking deal with it. Um,
Yeah. And that's basically where we are in the interlude.
yeah,
It's the gods and goddesses and are like they're arguing about whether or not they should come back to Earth and interfere, basically.
yeah, and
Um,
Perun, who I would signify as like the head of the gods,
yeah.
um, because Kupalo is saying like we got to go back, and Perun says
No.
you've warned her already, like let her do what they must or something.
Yep.
Despite
This
how
is
much suffering that can happen, he still
yeah.
was like no.
Not until the battle
Um,
comes to us, and it will in time. We stay in the heavens.
yeah, and Perun is the one that battles every whatever with Valos, Lord of the Underworld. So it's kind of like a Zeus versus Hades sort of like situation. Fighting over, I guess, day or I wouldn't say they fight over the heavens, but they do fight over like something
Yeah.
daytime. I don't know. Um, so he's basically like, nope, we're gonna stay here and wait, which is very this is also kind of reminds me of Viking folklore with how he was like trying to prevent Ragnarok without leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ragnarok came to him.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
basically
But
like
this
his
guy
idea.
is like, yeah, it's gonna come to us. We're gonna try
We're
to
just
let
gonna
them
wait
sort it
until
out.
then.
And then when it comes to us, we'll
We'll deal
deal
with
with it
it.
then.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's the interlude. And then chapter 19, um, she is traveling and she comes across a caravan of people fighting against the Oprichniki.
Yeah.
Um, and she's like, they
She
describe
played
these
the
people,
like
and I'm imagining like, I know it's not the Romani people because we're not in the right area, but that's what I'm
it's
imagining.
very Romani-esque because they are dressed like jesters. So
Yeah,
like they have the like jester masks on.
yeah,
Um and it's funny because she planned to like this is the caravan she actually planned to like hit
hmm
herself and she was stalking them waiting and then she came upon them like this. Um they oh they don't have a name yet. Um
no, not yet.
but yeah, so she watches this and sees how they're fighting and actually sees a woman there with a long dark braid whip behind her and like a warrior princess of if you will. So she darted forward to go help because there's like she's not necessarily a warrior, but she's a healer in a way. So she like goes out onto the battlefield to help heal those who are sick who have a chance of surviving. So that's basically what she did. She popped out of the woods to go help those who are
And
hurt.
she sets the horses on the Oprichniki.
Yeah. The horses they're actually on
Yeah, and the
and
horses
attached to it.
attached to the caravan
Yeah.
too. Yeah, the
S-
Skamoroki.
What page?
165 in the second paragraph, like halfway down the page. Skamoroki,
The KH is an H sound, so like just take out the H. So
Skamorohi,
Skomarohi. Yeah, Skomarohi.
Skamorohi.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's an
so
X,
those
by
are
the way.
the oh, interesting.
KH is an X. Yeah. It's the ha sound. So if you want to laugh
Skamorohi.
in Russian, it's XA.
Hmm. Okay.
It's like
Um.
yeah.
uh. So she's helping, and then all of a sudden somebody screams a name that we recognize, and there is a boy who needs some help.
Yeah, somebody gets hurt. And all of a sudden someone goes, "My lord, Ivanush," and then someone goes, "I will be fine. Tis but a flesh
But
wound."
yeah, it is Arvanushka. And so
And
now
so
she can keep her promise to Anastasia.
yes. So yeah, so she runs forward and tells him that she is a friend and that she is there to help him and can help staunch the bleeding and basically take away all of the concerns that can befallen those wounded in this time frame.
Yeah.
um and what better person to do it on than the future Tsar of Russia. Um so she's basically saving Ivanushka. Um and he's a boy at this time. Like he's like
Yeah, he's like,
16,
yeah, 15,
15,
16.
16. He little. So like this is in fact a boy.
Yeah. And so there's this man there that's like been looking out for him, and he's trying to find them a caravan so they can help, like, Ivanushka can rest. Is it even Ivanushka?
Ivan, Yvonne. It's Yvonne.
Ivanushka.
Ivanushka. Ivanushka.
Okay. So that he can like rest and finish healing. And then she asks him, "What's your name?" And he says, "Vasily Aleskievich Adashev," which so
Hey,
it's
that was so good. So proud. That was quick
um
too. Like you were just like, here we go.
um but so we're like coming back full circle now because that would be the son question mark
Yeah.
of Alexei.
Yeah. And it's like crazy because I never imagined that family coming back. Um
Yeah.
so it's like quite a surprise. And then the interaction that he has with her is weird to me. I mean, and it might just be the fact that like she is a half goddess, so she lives forever. She
Yeah.
is probably like 1,000 years old, if not 500 or so years old. Um, and she basically met his father, not knew him, but like knew that he had children, like kids. Um, and then he's like flirting with her as like a 21-year-old man.
Yeah.
I think he's like 23 maybe at this point. Um, if based on like timelines.
Yeah.
So it's weird to me that like he's like, "Oh, I know who you are. Oh, you must
Yeah.
be this person." And then he's like staring at her like
Yeah.
love at first sight sort of thing. It's kind of like how Ivanushka acted when he saw her as like a child,
Yeah, and then we also find out that his dad has been dead for like 8 years and that um
which we knew that.
we knew that. Yeah.
She
But
found out,
she found out. Yeah, and she found out that they were all found, all him and all the people that were in his house were found frozen. Um
which
and
I'm
they're like,
honestly
"We don't
surprised that
understand why." And she's like, "I know why."
I can't tell you. But
Yeah.
she's like the frost bastard, that was why.
Yeah.
And it's sad too because it's like the gods are getting involved and she knows it and she can't convince anyone otherwise because they're all like,
None of them believe in the old gods anymore.
yeah. Um, but yeah, it was weird. It was like Vasily again offered me his hand. This time he gave me a bright, unguarded smile that took me quite by surprise. I placed my hand in his. It was unexpectedly rough and calloused, a soldier's hand. He blinked at the crescent on the inside of my wrist. He lifted me into the caravan. His grip warm and sure. I had not realized I was holding my breath, and then the contact between us was broken. And then as he was walking away, he turned around and looked at her, and I'm like, "That's weird."
Yeah. It was a weird moment.
Like, well, now I know exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, and then that's the end of the chapter. It's chapter 20. Oh, excuse me. My goodness. Um, I only wrote one thing about chapter 20. Um, she's basically uh like meeting the other people in the caravan, and one of them is it Mariah? It's the woman that was fighting the night before.
Maria,
Maria.
Maria. It's
Okay.
Mar. Yeah,
Maria. Okay.
Maria,
Maria.
Maria. It's weird because
Um,
like the way Americans would say it, it's like Maria,
yeah. Well, like
and
just looking at
it's
it, I would have guessed it was Mariah. Just based on the
yeah.
spelling, but
And it's
knowing that
funny
it's
too
not
because, like,
English.
when I say it, it sounds like I'm saying "ia," even though I know it's
Yeah,
not. It's
Maria,
Mar-ya. So,
Maria.
Mar-ya.
Yeah, it does. When you say it fast, though, it does sound like Ia.
Yeah, language is weird. It's
It really
fascinating.
is. Um, trying to remember. She's a princess, a warrior, ruling over a tiny kingdom before Russia had swallowed it.
So
So,
Maria is well over 500 years old.
yeah,
She is
she's
a quote unquote
another
warrior princess, if you will.
she's another immortal part god person.
Yeah. Not but she was like born human, turned into an
Yeah,
immortal. She
she's not the
wasn't
same.
yeah. Um, do we learn about her story in this
Uh,
chapter? Or is that in
mm,
maybe 21?
I think it's later.
Okay,
Um,
it's gotta be 21 then.
yeah. So basically, the only thing I wrote in this chapter was, um, so on page later in the chapter, specifically page 178, it's Vasily and Ivanushka and Yaga. They're all talking. Um, and Ivanushka's basically talking about trying to save his dad because his dad is a man is a, he says no, father is a man driven by grief. Everyone he ever cared for has left him. Um, and he's like kind of defending his father right now, even though he's doing all these terrible things and he's fighting against him. But I feel like, first of all, he's 15. Second of all, I'm 35 and it's really hard for me to l- let go and not defend my parent who doesn't deserve defending.
Yeah, I think it's also too because he is 15 and I feel like we didn't quite get to like that stage of life
Yeah.
until probably 20s, even 30s, hell.
Yeah.
Um, and that also included therapy. I mean, there's no therapy by
Mhm.
this time.
Right. It wasn't a
And
thing.
and unfortunately with him, like he saw his father at a different time. I mean, the whole all of Russia saw his father at like a different time. Like knew the kind of man that he could be because of the mother. But because Anastasia passed and the
Yeah.
grief that upheld him, I think that's kind of what drove Ivanushka to actually do all of this. And I think he believes that the Oprichniki are the people who are like driving him. It's
Yeah.
it's kind of like that thing like when it's like that stupid ass thing where parents are like, well, if this person tells you to jump off a bridge because they do it, are you gonna do it? Like it's
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's peer pressure from them, but I think it's like egging them on. I think it's keeping him in his anchor stage and like allowing that violence to go. I think that's kind of what Ivanushka is believing at this point. So I think
Yeah.
he thinks if he can destroy all of the Oprichniki, his dad would turn back to whatever.
Yeah. Which Yaga and Vasily know that that's probably not going to happen, but they still say, like, I will help you and
Because
kind of
ideally
make
it
their
is
own agreement
helping.
over his head.
Yeah, like, because I mean, in the end, they are doing the same thing, whether that is saving his father or not. I mean,
Yeah.
if that's a battle that we don't know
They're
about.
saving him from his current path.
Yeah, or attempting to. I mean, but they all know that they need to do the Oprichniki. And it's so sad to see because he is 15 and like he wants to see the good in his father. And it's so like it triggers you when you work with kids who have been in situations of abuse. And when you see this, the way that Yaga and Vasily are seeing it. Because like they know this is wrong. They know this guy is terrible. Like it doesn't matter. He can't be saved. Um, and like it's kind of like you're the child service person and you're sitting there saying like your parents are terrible person like is a terrible person
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing that they are doing to correct their behavior to help you and be with you at this point. And it's like, it doesn't matter. He still thinks that there is some good left in him, just
Yeah.
like the
And I
kids
feel like
in
that's
court.
hard, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
hard
that's somebody
to,
you idolize, and that's like your last parent. Like, you lost your your mother tragically.
yeah.
This is who you have left. It's like you're fighting for them to like hope.
Yeah.
So it's a sad moment to like just see this child like try so hard, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
honey, I want
Right.
what's best. I want you to have your dream come true.
Yeah. But
I don't
yeah,
think
but
it's
they
gonna
don't want to
happen.
kill that like that innocence and that
Drive
optimism.
too,
Yeah.
because that
So,
drive is going to help them succeed.
yeah. So they just go along with it.
Yeah.
And then we're to the second interlude, and this is where we find out why, or at least we don't know why Koshi or what she has on Koshi or
Morozko.
Morosco, but we do know why Celica is having Ivan kill all of these people. Um, and that is because she basically like consumes their souls, question mark.
Yeah, the more soul she consumes, the easier it is for her to cross the river in a way.
And she also gets like younger and more beautiful. It's very
Because
Mother Gothel.
she's like the goddess of like rebirth,
Yeah.
only after death though. So it's like it's a folkloric story that we haven't obviously delved into. Um
Yeah.
but we do know kind of what she's got on Morozka. Kind of.
Kind of.
We don't know exactly. Um but she does say in this um somewhere in here. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So she says, on page 182 towards the bottom, it says, all Celica had to
Oh
do was
yeah.
get rid of his pretty wife and Yaga, then summon her husband to freeze Nav's passageway and river to bring winter and desolation to Russia. So her husband is actually Morozka.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Now, is
And
there
so
something,
the pretty wife is Anastasia, right? Like, so
yeah,
that part of her plan is done.
she just had to get rid of the people that would make him better.
Yeah, make Ivan not horrible,
Yeah.
which thankfully didn't include his children,
Oh, yeah. That would be
but
terrifying.
also kind of sad, like that these children didn't make him want to be better.
Yeah.
But
Um, but yeah, so we find out that Koshi's in on it. Um, that Ivan just needed a little push. And the biggest people that were in the way were Yaga, who was obviously helping Anastasia,
Anastasia, yeah,
but Anastasia, because she brings out the not so crazy part of him, like the
yeah, she
chill,
like yeah.
softens him. She softens him.
What I'm trying to figure out, and what I feel like we don't know yet, or maybe we do and I just missed it, but is what is the connection between Celica and Koshi? Like, what does she have on him? Is that her son? Is that like who? What is that?
That's what I was wondering. But we find out we don't find out, but we find like maybe a sliver of information in the next chapter.
Yeah. So 21. Um, they are so now we're back to Yaga and Vasily and Maria. Um, and they are about to do another battle. um, I'm trying to
Yeah,
figure
because
out
they
what I was
found.
talking about in my note.
I didn't say anything. Oh, yes, I did. Not for a while.
Oh, so basically they have this battle. They leave a few people alive. I wrote something on page 189.
So they're who is it? Yaga goes with them because obviously Ivanushka can't go with because he's still healing or healing enough, and they find another caravan of men, or they find a camp nearby, basically. Um, and I don't know what gets into fucking Yaga, but she pops out and goes, "We are the Shamok. What is it? The
S- Scummer.
Skomarohi Knights," and everyone's like, "Oh, I like that," and I'm like, "Where did
What
this
the
bitch
fuck?
come from?" Like, she just puts on a mask and she's like a whole other person.
Yeah.
She like reminds me of Snow White from like Shrek when she just like pops out of nowhere and just like looks like the sweet little thing, and then she just like does the Barracuda song and like and all the yeah, and then all the and like all the animals just like fly. Like that's the kind of person that Yaga is.
Yeah.
She just pops out of nowhere and starts saying, "We're these people. We're gonna kick your ass," basically.
Um, but yeah, so the the flirtation um comes up a little bit more on page 189 because they're Yaga is showing Maria and Vasily her hut. And at first, Little Hen does not like him because he calls her an it. And then he like charms her, they said. And Maria says, he charms all women. And she says, not all, but there's also like, she's like,
Yeah,
meh.
she's like, I may have had many men throughout my long life, but only one had charmed me, and he was immortal and my enemy. Aside from a quick quenching of desire, mortal men held no interest for me. They were here one moment and gone the next. And I'm like, because if she says no,
Mm,
Vasily is, or like her brain says no, he's different. And I'm like, he's a
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, Katie's. He's a
He's a
guy.
guy. Listen, when my when my baby girl is growing and she starts dating, I want to be like, he's a
Ooh.
guy. Like, you're fine.
Yeah. Maybe she might not like guys.
But here's
Make
hoping.
your life easier.
I don't have to worry about teen pregnancy. I ain't got to worry about nothing. That'll be perfect.
um, well, I only wrote one other thing about this chapter. So okay, first of all, we do learn Maria's story in this chapter. Um,
Yeah, she was like a princess of a kingdom, and she was a warrior princess, and her husband didn't care to like fight or do any of that.
yeah.
And she, like, despite all odds, despite any wounds or whatever, she like went and fought. And then Perun literally,
Well, yeah, she ran into someone.
yeah, Koshi.
Koshi.
And then Perun was like, I found my next warrior, and shot her with a lightning bolt arrow, and she has been alive ever since. She's got a scar on her chest and all of that too. But she captured Koshi,
Yeah, and she had him like
locked
in.
up in the
Yeah,
dungeon, and she
but
told her husband, do not, under any circumstance, let him out or go down there. She didn't tell him who it was. She just said, don't go down there. And because she went off to a war or a battle or whatever.
mm-hmm.
And turns out when she returned, um, what is it?
Her damn husband had released him.
Yeah. Because she went in search of Koshi's heart, because that was the only way to kill him. because he had left her high and dry. Her army was gone, all of that, and he basically treated her as, like, an equal, and she
Yeah.
I wouldn't say, like, she loved Koshi or she had, like, intimate feelings, but, like, as a woman in this time, being, like, a warrior such as this, and, like, somebody treats you equally, I mean, hell, women getting treated equal nowadays is, like, high regards. So, she basically, like, admires him, and he fucked around and got her fucked up, and now she like, her life is different. So she caught him, and then she's like, "I'm gonna kill him. Like, fuck this dude. I'm gonna go find his heart." And
Yeah.
then her husband let him out. Um,
But then she does tell Yaga that Volos is alive and in the land of the living. She says, and if you reach out to him, perhaps he could tell you about the woman in Nav who has taken his place, why Koshi and Morozko are serving her, and how to stop the Tsar and them. But he will not be easy to find. And I'm like, this feels dangerous. This feels like a trap. Like a
yeah.
trap. But that's that. And then there's an interlude.
Before that, I made a comment about, like, um, I wrote something like, "Wow, so Koshi has, like, quote, unquote, 'no choice' in the matter, or in a way," and I'm trying to figure out.
Maybe because she said that Koshi is serving her.
Maybe. Um, oh, let's see. Yeah, if you reach out to him, perhaps he could tell you about the woman in Nav who has taken his place, why Koshi and Morozka are serving her, who had to stop, but he will not be easy to find. I don't know. There's a who the fuck's got orange hair though?
Volos.
That's right. Okay, that's right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember,
I don't
to be
know. All I
honest.
know is there's some backstory about Koshi in the interlude, and that's all I wrote. Um,
Maybe I was supposed to be written for the interlude and not.
could be. Because
Did we read the interlude in 22 or not 22?
I read the interlude and that's it. That's where I
Okay,
stopped.
good because I don't remember if I read 22.
I'm pretty sure you told me to read 222.
Yes.
Um, but this is like when Koshi meets Yaga, I believe. Or no. This is where she meets Celica. Um,
She meets Celica?
because no, he does. Koshi
Oh,
does. Um, because he um
yeah, because he made a comment.
motherfucker.
He was, um, he learned that Yaga did not go back to the taiga despite his warnings. Um, and then he kept questioning, like, what will become of her. He was ambling through the woods near the Tsar's fortress, and his chest was aching as if he still had a heart, so like his feelings or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and he's like kind of reminiscing on like 1237, but it feels as if it was like right then and there. So it's kind of like a old time before Ivan's ancestors ruled Moscow. Well,
Yeah.
they ruled it, but it was like in like its infancy.
Yeah. And so on page 198 to 199, we find out why Koshi is serving Celica. And that's because she's the one who basically turned him immortal and took his heart, and she has his heart.
Hmm.
So she basically controls him.
That's it. That's it. That okay. So I was supposed to
Yeah.
write it in okay. So this
Yeah.
is kind of like the what is it? The Pirates of the Caribbean, where like the heart's in the chest
Yeah.
buried somewhere.
Yeah. Except in that one, it was with his lover. And in this one, she's definitely not his lover.
Yeah. Um. And so he basically his real name is Constantine. So I think
Yeah.
what he actually is like he uses his real name when he's with the Boyers and Ivan, but he calls
Yeah.
himself Koshi. Um, m- I don't know because um, so I do still think he's like good and he's not necessarily doing this because he's terrible or like whatever, but I do think he's like kind of forced to do it. Like maybe he was promised like his heart after this.
Yeah. Like his heart and his freedom.
Mhm.
I don't know. We'll see. Because that is where we stopped reading. So that's all we got for tonight.
Yeah. So next week we'll cover the next probably 60 pages, 22 through whatever that is in this book. Um and yeah. So until next time.
Bye.